Welcome to another episode of Stocks to Watch, where we spotlight innovative companies making waves, sometimes quite literally in their industries. I'm Ashley Berry, and when we think of renewable energy, solar panels, wind turbines, they typically come to mind. But one company is really looking into the ocean, not just as a vast natural wonder, but as a powerful and underutilized energy source. It's a fascinating story. Joining us today is Ina Braverman, the founder and CEO of EcoWave Power, trading on the NASDAQ under the symbol WAVE. The company has pioneered onshore wave energy technology that really turns ocean and sea waves into clean electricity. Welcome, Ina.
Thank you for having me.
So, Ina, I understand that your name means strong water in Greek. I really enjoyed watching the Global Leadership Awards interview that you did a couple of years ago. Just tell me a little bit about that and how you're pretty much unstoppable.
Yes, so that movie was made as part of the Global Leadership Award that I received from Vital Voices, which is a foundation co-established by Hillary Clinton. I received the award for pioneering work in the wave energy field, which is a very innovative kind of type of renewable energy, and that is just starting its commercialization process here in the US and in the world.
Yeah, I think what you're doing is absolutely fascinating. When we think of renewables, generally we think of solar, hydro, rarely waves, but like sunlight, wave energy is really abundant but underutilized. Is that what inspired the founding of EcoWave Power, and what's really the company's broader vision for our viewers that are unfamiliar?
So wave energy is actually the least intermittent source of renewable energy. It can actually produce 24/7 around the clock in suitable locations around the world. Solar energy, like you said, is great, but when there's night or cloud coverage or winter, you don't produce any electricity. Wave energy is different. It can be actually more commonly relied upon, again, especially in suitable locations. Also, two-thirds of the world populations are currently living on the coastline, like 200 kilometers away from the coastline. So with this type of population distribution, wave energy simply makes sense.
Mhm.
It also has like more than 800 times the kinetic energy of air, meaning we can produce much larger energy amounts with much smaller, thus cheaper devices. And if we're looking at the United States alone, according to the United States Energy Information Administration, wave energy can generate up to 66% of all the United States energy needs. For comparison, nowadays the United States, from all renewable energy sources combined, is only producing 20%. So that's a real game changer, 66% of clean electricity.
Yeah, absolutely. Just those numbers are jaw-dropping, and the innovation here is so impressive. I want to talk about your project in Israel. It's really the first grid-connected wave power station. Let's talk a little bit about that project and where you are moving forward here.
So our project in Israel is very exciting since it's the first time in the history of the country that wave energy is officially connected to the Israeli national electrical grid, meaning the port of Jaffa or household nearby can actually turn on their TV or their washing machine using the power of the waves, which is super cool. It's built in a collaboration in a joint venture with EDF Renewables IL, a subsidiary of the French Électricité de France, which is the largest renewable energy developer in Europe. And also we received a 50% co-investment by the Israeli Energy Ministry, which recognized our technology as pioneering technology.
Mhm.
And this is kind of the site where we do all the experiments, we do all our R&D work, we improve the technology, we come up with new patents, with new inventions. So that's really kind of, we experiment, test, and work in this site towards our future sites as well.
And I really like how you use the description super cool. So obviously you're so excited about what you do. Tell me about what excites you the most because it is super cool. It's like I keep saying, fascinating.
I think what excites me the most is that we're actually doing something that hasn't been done before. Like solar energy is widely commercialized, wind energy is widely commercialized, and wave energy, which again, the majority of our planet is the seas and the oceans around us, has not been utilized so far. Like anybody that tried to do it in the past were building these complicated, expensive, not necessarily environmentally friendly devices, like all kind of the competitors or the developers in the wave energy field decided to go into the offshore, which is few kilometers into the sea. You need ships, you need divers, you need underwater mooring, you need cables. Also in the offshore, you have extremely large wave heights, which unfortunately no man-made stationary equipment was able to survive the extreme loads of such wave heights. It had problem with insurability. It had a strong environmental impact since it's connected to the seabed and created a new presence on the ocean floor. And it was very difficult to connect to the grid since it was, in the middle of the ocean, super remote from the nearest energy connection point or substation. And with EcoWave Power, we really came up with an easy, simple, cost-efficient solution where the only thing in the water are the floaters, which belong in the water, and all the expensive machinery is on land, just like a regular power station. So it's
Yes.
simple, it's easy, environmentally friendly, and it's cost efficient.
I was just going to say environmentally friendly, and you're not disturbing any sea life, which is so important. So, from Israel to the United States, I understand that you've secured a final regulatory approval in Los Angeles, actually, California. What key steps would you say got you there?
So our journey with California started with signing an agreement with Alta Sea in the port of Los Angeles. Alta Sea is a tenant in the port of Los Angeles that is responsible for doing different types of blue economy related developments. We signed the agreement with them. After that, we received actually in April last year, we signed a co-investment agreement with Shell. Shell decided to join and invest 50% of the cost of our first project in the United States. In November last year, we received the federal license from the Army Corps of Engineers for our project in the Port of LA. And just recently, I think a month ago, we announced that we received the final license that we were pending, which is the license from the Port of LA itself. And now we already signed an agreement with Always Metal, which is a woman-owned steel manufacturing business, which is manufacturing the floaters for us for the project, which will be ready by the end of June, meaning this summer we will be ready to launch our first project in the United States. So we have a first in Israel, we have a first in the United States, and soon enough we will also have first in Asia and in other locations as well.
I was just going to say that. Let's talk about the Asia now, the Asia project. You can maybe share some more about your recent partnerships in that region.
So Asia is a very interesting region for us since many countries in Asia have a vast coastline with very compatible wave regimes. So we were able to sign our first pilot sale agreement with IKE, which is a company in Taiwan for our first project in Taiwan. And we already accomplished the first milestones of that agreement. And now our partners are pending approvals for the site, for the installation in the site in the east of Taiwan. And in India, we actually announced in February, so 3 months ago, we announced a first MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with a company called Bharat Petroleum, which is a Fortune 500 company with a market cap of about $12 billion, governmentally owned. And they will be investing in a feasibility study to be followed by a first pilot in their oil terminal in Mumbai for wave energy in India. And in that regard, I would really like to say that Indian policy right now and governance is very impressive since they decided to be the fastest in the world renewable energy developer. So they're moving forward very fast with solar, with wind, and now also starting to implement wave. So I see very, very large potential in the Asian region and specifically in India as part of the collaboration with Bharat Petroleum.
Yeah, and what's also impressive is the fact that so many people believe in your mission, in what you're doing, and are really rallying behind it. So let's talk about artificial intelligence. With the rise of artificial intelligence, energy demands, how would you say your company can support the US ambitions in tech leadership now?
So I think that President Trump is very kind of uh, interested in making the United States win the AI race. He wants the United States to be the leader in AI. He sees the AI as the future of the world. And AI requires a lot of electricity. So according to different calculations, in order really for the United States to become a leader in the AI industry, it needs to double its electricity generation. And polluting power like nuclear, coal, oil, you can use it, of course, but one, it's polluting, and second of all, it takes long time to build this type of facilities. So wave energy can definitely come into play here and be a significant part of the solution to that immense energy needs for the AI industry, because to build a commercial scale wave energy device can take as short as 24 months.
Mhm.
And wave energy, again, as I said before, according to the United States Energy Information Administration, wave energy on its own can supply up to 66% of all the United States energy needs. So that's clean energy, which is supplied super fast to be able to support the growing AI industry. So I really think that wave energy will be a key in that. And what is interesting, I would add like another layer, is that President Trump actually published also an energy emergency plan, where he said which type of energy sources the United States should support in order to kind of contribute to its energy needs. And among the renewable energy sources, he states geothermal energy, and he also states hydro technologies,
Mm.
which hydro technologies is water-related technologies. So I think that even the government of the United States right now understands that renewables and wave energy have to be part of the solution.
Absolutely. And truly, everything you're saying, I know resonates with our audience because this is what is so important to them. The clean energy, just the innovative work that you're doing, utilizing AI technology. So, for our investors, aside from everything that you've said, all of these milestones that you have hit so far, why should they invest in your company today?
So I think that EcoWave Power is kind of in a very interesting position. First of all, the company has significant operational experience in real conditions. We operated a grid-connected pilot project in Gibraltar for 6 years. Now we're operating 2 years grid-connected project in Israel that enabled us to accumulate substantial amount of real conditions data that you can just create in a lab or in a wave pool. The company is supported and collaborates with strong strategic partnerships, like we have EDF for the Israeli project, Shell for the United States project, IKE and Bharat Petroleum for India and Taiwan. And we have our first megawatt scale project coming in Portugal, which can prove that EcoWave Power can be successful not only in the pilot level, but can actually generate significant amount of energy. We also have strong strategic partnership with leading universities around the world and research institutions. So I think kind of all this package makes a very interesting company. And I think that the fact that David and I were the founders of the company, we still hold around 50% of the company, although it's publicly traded, shows that our interest is really aligned with the interest of our investors.
Certainly sounds like you are checking all of the boxes. I'm so excited to watch where your company goes in the future. Thank you so much. This groundbreaking project at the Jaffa Port in Israel, regulatory breakthroughs in Los Angeles, new ventures across Asia and Europe. EcoWave Power is certainly at the forefront of harnessing power of the sea. Thank you so much for joining us, Ina Braverman. Of course, you can learn more about EcoWave Power at ecowavepower.com, and you can follow them on NASDAQ. Very simple ticker symbol WAVE. Thank you so much, Ina.
Thank you.